June 25, 2021. A room in the U.S. Capitol. Members of Congress receive a classified briefing. The topic? Unidentified aerial phenomena. What they see in that room stays classified. But what they say afterward changes everything. Senator Marco Rubio, there are things flying over military installations and we don't know what they are. Representative Mike Gallagher, this is a national security issue. For 70 years, the U.S. government said UFOs weren't real. Conspiracy theories. Mass hysteria, now. They're admitting they exist, and they have no idea what they are. This is the story of how we got here. Something changed. The government that spent decades denying, debunking, and dismissing, suddenly started talking. 2017, the New York Times publishes a bombshell: the Pentagon had a secret UFO program. $22 million. Running from 2007 to 2012. The Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. At it, they released 3 videos. Military footage. Infrared cameras. Navy pilots chasing objects that defy physics, the tic-tac. The gimbal. The go fast, objects with no wings. No exhaust. Accelerating beyond anything we can build. Making maneuvers that would kill a human pilot. The Pentagon confirms, the footage is real. 2019, the Navy changes its official guidelines. Pilots are now encouraged to report UFO sightings. For decades, reporting one could end your career. Now. It's protocol, 2020. The Pentagon officially releases the videos to the public, 2021. Congress demands a report. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence delivers 144 incidents between 2004 and 2021. They can explain one. The other 143 remain unexplained. But here's what makes this truly unsettling: it's not just America. Italy, 1978. A NATO helicopter crew tracks a luminous object over Sicily. Italian Air Force confirms radar contact. Classified for decades. Spain, 1979. Operation Declassification. The Spanish government releases 1,900 pages of UFO reports. Military pilots. Air traffic controllers. Radar evidence. UK, 1980. The Rendlesham Forest Incident. U.S. Air Force personnel stationed in England encounter a craft. Deputy Base Commander files an official memo to the British Ministry of Defence. The memo is real. It's public. You can read it. Russia, 1980s. Soviet military documents declassified after the Cold War reveal hundreds of UFO encounters. Pilots ordered to intercept. Objects jamming weapons systems. Outmaneuvering MiG fighters. Belgium, 1989. 13,000 witnesses. The Belgian Air Force scrambles F-16s. Locks onto an object on radar. It accelerates from 170 miles per hour to over 1,000 miles per hour instantly. The Air Force holds a press conference and shows the radar data. France has an official government agency investigating UFOs since 1977. It's called GEIPAN. It's public. It publishes reports. Chile's equivalent. The CIFA investigates UFOs reported by military and civilian pilots. This isn't just an American phenomenon. Governments worldwide are sitting on decades of data, and now, slowly, they're starting to admit it. So the question isn't, are they real, anymore? The question is, what are they, and why are governments finally talking? Let's look at what military pilots are actually seeing. November 14, 2004. USS Nimitz Carrier Strike Group. Off the coast of San Diego, the Princeton, a guided missile cruiser, has been tracking something on radar for 2 weeks. Multiple objects. appearing at 80,000 feet, dropping to 20,000 feet in seconds. Then hovering, Commander David Fravor is sent to investigate. He finds it. White. Oblong. About 40 feet long. No wings. No rotors. No exhaust plume. Hovering above the ocean, Fravor descends. The object mirrors his movements. He tries to cut it off. It anticipates him, then vanishes. His wingman's radar picks it up 60 miles away. Their CAP point, where they were supposed to be. It knew. Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich was there. She confirms everything. The encounter lasts less than 5 minutes. But it's tracked by multiple radar systems. Filmed by infrared cameras. Witnessed by multiple pilots, the Pentagon releases the footage in 2020. Confirms it's authentic. Confirms it's unidentified. Commander Fravor's conclusion. It was far superior to anything we had. Fast forward 10 years. 2014, USS Theodore Roosevelt. East Coast training exercises. Navy pilots start reporting objects almost daily. The description. Cubes. Metallic cubes, suspended inside transparent spheres. They move against 120 miles per hour winds. Show no heat signature. No propulsion. Lieutenant Ryan Graves, an F/18 pilot, nearly collides with one at 25,000 feet. Files a safety report, his squadron. They've been seeing them regularly for months. The Navy stays silent until the New York Times publishes the story in 2019. The Navy's response. The phenomena observed in the videos remain characterized as unidentified, 2 separate incidents. A decade apart. Different oceans. Same conclusion, objects performing maneuvers that defy known physics, and these are just the ones that went public. While the US was quietly investigating, Europe was dealing with its own wave. December 26, 1980. RAF Woodbridge. A joint US-UK Air Force base in England, security patrol sees lights in Rendlesham Forest. They investigate. What they find, a triangular craft. On the ground. In a clearing, Deputy Base Commander Charles Holt arrives with equipment. He records everything on tape. The tape still exists. You can listen to it online. On the recording, you hear them measuring radiation. 3 times normal background levels. They describe the craft, triangular, metallic, with symbols on the side. Trees nearby show burn marks in a triangular pattern. Indentations in the ground where landing gear would have been. Holt writes an official memo titled Unexplained Lights and sends it to the British Ministry of Defence, the British government's official explanation. A nearby lighthouse, the problem. Holt and his team were stationed there. They knew where the lighthouse was. This wasn't a lighthouse. The memo is declassified. The tape is public. The witnesses still talk about it. Britain's Ministry of Defence investigated UFOs officially until 2009. They closed the program, but not before collecting thousands of reports. So where does this go from here? ARO is actively investigating. They're collecting data. Analyzing incidents. Briefing Congress. In 2024, they're supposed to release a comprehensive report. Everything they've found, whether that report is fully transparent. That's the question. Pilots are talking more openly now. Commander Fravor does interviews. Lieutenant Graves testified before Congress. Others are coming forward. Scientists are getting involved. The Galileo project at Harvard is using telescopes to search for UFOs. Not with eyewitness reports, with data. Public pressure is building. Polls show over 50% of Americans believe the government knows more than it's saying. International cooperation is increasing. Countries are sharing data. Starting dialogues. The stigma is lifting. You can talk about UFOs now without being labeled a conspiracy theorist, because the conspiracy isn't that UFOs exist. The evidence shows they do. The conspiracy, if there is one, Is what governments know and aren't telling us, are there recovered craft? Are there bodies? Is their technology being reverse engineered? Those questions remain unanswered. But they're being asked in Congress. Under oath. On the record, that's progress. For 70 years, the question was, do UFOs exist? The government said no. Witnesses said yes. Now the government says yes. And they don't know what they are. That admission changes everything, whether these objects are foreign technology, classified programs, or something beyond our current understanding. One thing is certain, we're not alone in wondering anymore. The investigation is official. The evidence is public. The conversation is happening, and whatever the truth turns out to be, we're closer to it than we've ever been. The question now isn't, are they real? It's, what happens when we finally find out?